Hello everyone, my name is Jim, and I am the guy on the forums, if you've not seen me, 14 Titanium. I converted my 14 Titanium into a 2016 with every option that Ford put on this car, including options that were not available in the US, but only in Europe. So I'm just going to show you a couple of things I added that are kind of cool, that are nice with safety features. As you can see in this picture here of my cluster, that's an actual RS cluster from a 2017 Focus RS. I just love the color of the blue and the red. It just kind of looks like certain things I did in my car to make it look nice, because blue is my favorite color if you haven't figured that out. So a couple of things I'm going to go over with is up here, when I converted my 2014 into the 2016, 2014s in the US did not come with the cameras and stuff up on top. So 2015 is the first year they did the technology package here in the US. And the only thing that they did with the technology package is just have lane departure warning, auto high beams, and BLIS, blind spot monitoring. They did not have post-collision warning. They didn't have traffic sign recognition and those kind of things. So I added that stuff to have more features. Now if you look at my cluster up here, you'll see my car there with the little I guess radar coming from the front windshield, which works for the pre-collision avoidance. So basically it works on low collision speeds, low speeds for the collision. So in other words, if I'm cruising, below 30 miles an hour in the city, and somebody jumps out in front of the car, or a car stops abruptly and I'm not paying attention, my car will literally stop and avoid hitting anything before I even can step on the brakes. So that's what's neat about that. And that's used up in here. There's a LiDAR radar unit in here that does see that. And that's what you're seeing in the screen there. It scans the front of the vehicle, so that when something comes in front of it, or it tells me, whoa, slow down or whatever. So the other thing that I added in here is adaptive cruise control, which is never an option in this car in the US. If you look on my steering wheel, these are the buttons that, control it. So one thing I'm going to show you is, once you install it in here, you can just go into the menu, hit settings, driver assist, because that's what it's listed under. And then I can go down to cruise control, and then it's listed in this menu here. So I could choose normal, or I could choose adaptive. Okay. And it's going to, if you choose normal, like I just did, it's going to turn off auto braking for it, because obviously it doesn't need it for normal. But I'm going to choose adaptive as where it was. Okay. So that will now work, and I'll show you how that works as I drive here shortly. Okay. The other feature I added, which actually goes up here in the camera section on the windshield, is I added auto rain sensing wipers. Another thing they did not put on this car in the US for 2016 year. So that works really well. And as you can see, let me block the sun here so you can see, I don't know where the sun's coming. Okay, right there. You can see I have the little A there on the lever. So right now it's up to the automatic. So if it starts raining, the wipers are going to start coming on automatically. And it's going to go at the speed of how much rain is coming down and how fast. The faster the rain, the more water, the faster the wipers are going to go. So that's a feature they didn't put in this car in the US. The other thing I added, if you noticed, is this auto dimming mirror. Okay, they didn't put those in the Focus either here. So I also have blind spot monitoring. I have cross traffic alert. And I also have auto start stop. I did add the auto start stop feature, but I have it disabled right now because it's actually a pain in the butt. When I started using it, it just kind of uses the starter a lot. It's not something I really wish I added now, but it works. I also added the full auto park assist, front and back, so this car will park itself. So yeah, and then for my climate control, I added the UK, which has the front windshield defrost, which I have because of the cameras up in the front window. So I have that set up on here, which they did not put in the US cars either. So when I painted the car the performance blue color, I decided to get rid of all of that ugly tan color interior that they put in the Focuses in the US. So I ended up getting, as you could see here, the headliner from an RS Focus, and of course, you know, the sunshade. I changed all the A, B, C, and E pillars with all of the charcoal color to match the seats and everything else. I also added Sync 3.4. So anyway, so I'm going to go ahead and demonstrate the adaptive cruise control and the collision avoidance system as I'm driving the car, so you could see how that all works. Okay, so I will be back shortly to show you that. Okay, I'm back now, and as I can see, I'm driving now. There's a car in front of me. I'm going to get behind it, and you're going to see the LiDAR now is sending a signal back to me saying that there's a car too close to me. And the further I get back, the further it's going to give me distance. And then if the car were to step on the brakes and, you know, I wasn't paying attention, my car would stop. So we're going to get on the freeway real quick, and I will get the adaptive cruise control working, and I'll show you that. So be right back. Okay, I'm back now, and I'm on the freeway. So what we're going to do, as you can see, there are cars here on the freeway. I'm going to go ahead and turn the cruise control on, and let's just get up to about 80 miles an hour, I guess is good. I'm going to go ahead and set it. Okay, so now I'm set at 80 miles an hour. I'm going to set the distance to be 1 bar in front of me. Okay, so now this car just got, or this truck just got in my lane, so you can see I'm slowing down, but I do not have my foot on the brakes or the gas, okay? So right now, I'm following this guy at a certain distance because that's what I have the distance set at. Now, if I go further back and put more distance between us, I'm going to slow down even more, as you can see, because it's going to put me further behind this guy. So we're going to go ahead and just go back up to 1 bar, and now I'm speeding up, as you can see, and I'm not stepping on the gas. See, my foot is here. Okay, so now, in a second, if I move over to another lane where the traffic is going faster, the car will speed up on its own. Now he's moving out of the way, so you'll see that I'll start speeding up, and you can see I'm speeding up now, and I am not stepping on the gas pedal. Okay. So I'll pick back up to whatever speed I have set at, unless the person in front of me is going slower. So they're doing about 77 miles an hour, so of course I'm going to stay behind them. And they're slowing down, so my car is going to slow down. So as soon as the car in front of me speeds up, I'll start speeding up. So now the other thing I'll demonstrate here, once I can get over, I'll get over on another lane where they're going a little slower, right here. Okay, now my car is braking pretty heavy because I just got behind somebody going much slower, see? So it's gonna space me out to the distance. Now, I'm gonna get back over right now, and you can see my car is speeding up. Now this car got in front of me, so now my car is braking to keep me distant from that one. So that's pretty much how the adaptive cruise control works. It's a very nice feature. I really love it. I found this out about, I don't know, a couple of years ago when I rented a Ford Fusion and it had this ability. And after I started driving a Ford car that had adaptive cruise control, I'm like, I've got to put that in my Focus. It just got to. And when I found out that they had this feature in cars in Europe and Australia, New Zealand, China, and other cars like that, I said, I've got to make it work. So that's pretty much what I did. So other than that, that's about it. I just wanted to demonstrate to you on how it's working in my car and that it works really well. And yeah, so when somebody tells you you cannot put adaptive cruise control in a car in the US, well, you could see that that is not true. Hope you liked this video. Please leave a like on this video, and I will be making other videos in the future on other options that I might put on the car. I am gonna just start a project putting electric lift supports like the Escapes and the C-Maxes have, where my hatch in the rear will open up automatically, and that's going to be my next project. So I will be making videos on that in the future. Other than that, have a wonderful and safe week.